kids, it's Mrs. Compton. We're ready for part 2. So we are still in the chapter 2 review, and I skipped a page. We're on page 97 now. So we're going to do number 13, and Karen asks students what vegetables they would like to have in the school cafeteria. All right. The table shows the results of her survey. So we're going to think about the results of the survey. So here is the survey. Favorite veggies. We've got vegetable, broccoli, carrots, corn, and green beans, and the number of votes for each. So 15 for broccoli, 40 for carrots, 20 for corn, and 10 for green beans. Okay, so we know that. Now, I think I'm just going to hang that there. We've already read the question. We can take it off and read it again if we need. Part A is asking us to use the data in the table to complete the bar graph. Now, we've got this bar graph right here set up, and it looks kind of strange because it's empty. So we have to think about all the things that we're going to put into our bar graph. Actually, since I can, I think I'm going to move it right there, right beside it, so it's nice and easy. Okay, so the first thing we have to think about is everything needs a title, right? There should be 3 labels on your graph. The title, and then whatever this represents on the side, and then whatever this represents down there. So let's get those things on first. What do you say? All right, let's do it. Favorite vegetables is the name of this. So that's what I'm going to put here. You do it too. Since it's a title, I'm capitalizing my F and my B. Okay. Now, I have to think about what goes here and what goes here. So it looks like the numbers are going to go down at the bottom. So that's going to be the number of votes. So, or the number of people, right? So I think I'm going to write number of people. I know it's so teeny tiny. Can you even see it? Barely! Okay, so it says number of people, not hashtag of people, but this is also the number sign. And over here, let's see, we've got veggies. So I'm going to write vegetable right here. So basically, I used this, this, and this. That became my title. This was my vegetable that I'm going to line up over there, and this was my number of people. So you have to make sure you do that. You have to get the 3 things on there. Make sure you do it. Okay, now there are some more blank spots here. So it says vegetable, so I'm just going to copy broccoli, carrots, corn, and green beans. You do it too. Ready? Broccoli, corn, carrots, green beans. Okay. Now, number of votes, we are not going to fill that in yet because we're actually going to make the bar graph. So we are going to fill in this. What number did they count by at first? So we're filling in our scale right now. So it says 0, 10, and then this would be 20, 30, 40. Okay, pretty good so far, right? I'm going to zoom in on that with you. You see it? Yeah. Okay. Here we go. We've got to make a bar graph. Now, I didn't list my broccoli, corn, carrots, and green bean down here. So that means my bars are going to go this way beside the name. They're going to go horizontally. So let's check it out. Broccoli, we had 15 votes. Okay, so I'm going to plot first where I know the 15 is. So there's 0, there's 10, and there's 20. So right between 10 and 20 would make 15. So for broccoli, I'm just going to make it halfway between 10 and 20. So I actually would do that for broccoli. Okay. Now corn is up next. Oh, man. It was supposed to be carrots, then corn. I got to change that. Carrots. corn. Oh, wow. Got a Sharpie. Okay, so carrots are up next, and we've got 40 carrots, or 40 votes for carrots, shall I say. So 40 is our last number there. So carrots is actually fairly easy because it's just going to go all the way. We didn't even have to really think about that one. Boom, 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 boom. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, now we've got corn. Thank goodness I'm on the right track here. Corn is up next with 20, and we have 20 on our list too right here. So I'm just going to go up from that 20. And I'm going to fill in a bar for corn. Okay. And now my final one is green beans. And oh, they only got a measly 10. Look, green beans would have been the last on my list, but I like broccoli the best out of all of those. So broccoli would have gotten my vote. Okay, so 10 for green beans. We're going to go up from the 10. Fill in the green beans. Okay, there we go. Graph complete. I have 3 labels. Boom, boom, boom. I got my things in order. Broccoli, carrots, corn, green beans. Check your order. Don't make a mistake like I did. And I've got my bars going horizontally. And I have 15 things for broccoli, 40 for corn, 40 for carrots, 20 for corn, and 10 for green beans. Okay, so I checked my work. I know I have that right. Now, part A is done. So let's move on to part B. How do you know how long to make the bars on your graph? Okay, how did you show 15 votes for broccoli? Nice! Well, we've already completed our graph, so it's probably a little easier to think about. So, how do you know how long to make the bars on your graph? Well, they started us off from 0 and then got to 10. So we knew we were going to be counting by what? 10. So we knew we would have to write in increments of 10. How did you show 15 votes? Well, when we did that, remember we were talking about we know 15 falls right between 10 and 20. So 10 and 20 was there, so 15 would have been right in the middle. And that's how we did that. I'm not going to write all that. You have to write all that. Okay, we're going to do number 14 next, which is going to use this information, but I'm going to make a little room. So hold on, kids. We're back. Number 14. Are you ready? How many more votes did the 2 most popular vegetables get than the 2 least popular vegetables? Explain how you solved the problem. Don't forget, I'm going to talk to explain, but you have to write to explain. So how many more votes did the two most popular veggies get than the 2 least popular veggies? All right, so which veggies were the 2 most popular? Let's find out. Actually, if we look at our chart that we filled in, we could just see that corn and carrots are the most popular, right? So corn and carrots, corn plus carrots equals, corn plus carrots, well, that's easy, 60. 40 plus 20 equals 60. Okay, so 60 people voted for those, and then the 2 least popular were green beans and broccoli. So broccoli plus, Speckles does not like broccoli apparently. Broccoli plus, I think I was on my way to write broccolini. Broccoli plus green beans equals 15 plus 10, which equals 25. Okay, so now we're basically just trying to figure out what the difference is between 60 and 25. So you could either do 60 minus 25 equals what? Or if you're me, you're going to do 25 plus what equals 60? So I like to add up. I don't know why. It's just something that sticks with me. So 60 minus 25, I know 60 minus 20 is 40. Minus 5 more would be 35. 25 plus 5 makes 30, and 30 plus 30 makes 60. So it would be 35 here as well. So you still have something to do, though. You have to explain how you solved the problem. So make sure you write to explain, okay? All right, get ready for your next one. Is your head swirling? We've gotten a lot of work done already. We are on our last 2 questions. So get ready, because Robin is collecting some shells on page 98, and she created a line plot. You remember that? Line plot. Line plot. So there's my line with the X's, right? Okay, so Robin collected shells during her vacation. She measured the length of each shell to the nearest inch and recorded her data in the line plot. Okay, cool. So here's our line with our plots. Don't forget. Okay, so it says length of shells in inches. So she found 3 shells that were 5 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 shells that were 6 inches. 2 shells that were 7 inches. 1 shell that was 8 inches. And 3 shells that were 9 inches. Okay? All right, so far, so good. Now, let's check out what 17 is going to ask us to do. How many shells were 6 inches or longer? Okay, so we've got to take the 6-inch shells, the 7-inch shells, the 8-inch shell, and the 9-inch shells. And we have to find the combined amount of shells that were 6 inches or longer. All right, so it's actually pretty easy peasy because we just have to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's it. So 11 shells were 6 inches or longer. Good? Good. All right, number 18 says, how many more shells did Robin collect that were 5 inches long than 8 inches long? Okay, so she collected 3 shells that were 5 inches and only 1 shell that was 8 inches. All right, so we know the difference between 3 and 1 is 2. So these 2 were the extras, right? So how many more shells did Robin collect that were 5 inches long than 8 inches long? The answer to that is 2 shells. All right, kids. I know you are going to be so great on your math test. I know you've been putting in your study skills and your hard work. Now, I just want you to remember, you have to slow down. Remember, because I made mistakes when I was moving too fast. Sometimes I had to tell myself, take a deep breath. And then I would come back together and then I would say, okay, I have to read the question again. I have to look for the information, right? So make sure you take your time, read everything more than once, and get all of your things filled in on your graphs. I'm going to pull out our graph or blast from the past. Remember, title, or label, and label. Got it. All right, kids, I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Bye.